Hello everyone and welcome back to English with Lucy. Today I'm going to talk to you about how you can implement a plan to improve your English as quickly as possible. These are 5 things that you will want to do every single week. Some of them are also daily tasks. I can pretty much promise you that if you follow these tips, you will notice a huge difference in your language skills. Let's get started with tip number 1. The first tip is to create a realistic schedule incorporating a variety of English skills. Whether you write this on an Excel spreadsheet or you write it beautifully on paper and stick it to your wall, try to practice at least one different language skill every single day each week. This doesn't need to be boring. You can plan to watch an English movie or series. You can even schedule in listening to English music, just as long as you get into the habit of constantly immersing yourself in English. Other ideas include listening to a podcast, reading a newspaper. I really recommend the Happy News and the Positive News companies. Every quarter they send you a newspaper and they've collated all of the best, most positive news stories. You could follow a recipe in English. You could attend a virtual conversation class. The possibilities are endless. Tip number 3 is to use a habit tracker. And this is a tool that I've discovered only recently, only over the past few months. But oh my word, it has changed my productivity and I think it will help you change and transform the way you learn a language. It's such a simple concept. It's a grid. And you use this grid to write out some habits that you either want to eliminate or you want to do with more frequency or more consistency. And then as you go through each day, you colour in a square if you have performed or avoided that particular habit. And at the end of the month, you'll have a really, really nice visualization of how you've progressed. Whether you've performed really well in some areas, you've done your writing every day, but you've not practiced speaking every day, for example. And the really beautiful thing is achieving a sort of pattern when all of these different squares are filled in at the end of the month. You can find lots of templates for habit trackers online, or you can make one yourself as well if you so wish. Just a really nice way of keeping yourself accountable. And also, I just find that filling in that little box gives me so much satisfaction. So it'd be great if you can have that too with your English learning journey. My next tip number 4, is take the lead from somebody that you enjoy listening to. So every week I want you to schedule in dates with a celebrity or somebody that has a great voice that you enjoy listening to or you find them really interesting. Somebody that you aspire to be like. I know for a lot of people this is Emma Watson. She seems to be somebody that comes up a lot. For me, I really enjoy listening to Stephen Fry. I find that when I listen to him, I pick up on so much vocabulary and I find myself mimicking him later on. And that's exactly what you want to achieve. Find somebody who speaks English in a way that you find inspiring and follow them around. Follow them on social media, search for their interviews, search for their podcast episodes. It's fine to get a little bit stalkerish. I'm not condoning stalker behaviour, but really find everything that they have to offer. You'll find that they start rubbing off on you. If somebody rubs off on someone, it means that parts of them start transferring to you, hopefully. Hopefully little elements of their pronunciation, or you pick up on some of their vocabulary or on some of their mannerisms and confidence. I really recommend this technique. It's quite a pleasurable one to do. And if you are finding it boring, then you've picked the wrong person and you need to find somebody else. My last tip is incredibly important. It is actively take note of new vocabulary. You may or may not know, but I have recently released a series of vocabulary diaries and study planners, but this tip is relevant for everyone, whether you want to purchase one or not. Every single day of the week, you need to write down the vocabulary that you're acquiring, because trust me, your brain will be a little bit like a sieve and you'll pick up on words and you'll think, yeah, I'll remember that. And then the next day, you absolutely won't remember it. It's like when you come up with a really good song or tune in your head and you think, I'll remember that tomorrow, and then you never, ever, ever think of that tune again. It's like me with video ideas. I come up with the perfect concept of a lesson for you guys. I don't write it down, and then I never ever make that video. I will die without making that video. That's so depressing. So this is why you really need to take charge of your vocabulary. So I'm talking about going through your daily life thinking, do I know that? Do I know that? What's this in English? If there are any gaps in your vocabulary, write it down, and then when you get home, you can search for these words in English. And you will slowly start building up this amazing portfolio of vocabulary that you can refer back to and review from time to time, making sure you're forgetting none of it. Having a vocab diary and actively using that vocab diary was such an important part of my journey to fluency in my second language, which is Spanish. I was obsessed. I would not let a single word go. If you are interested in learning a little bit more about the vocab diaries I've created, which is called the English Plan, then I have recently posted a video where I explain all about them. I will link that down below. And you can go straight to the website shop.englishwithlucy.co.uk, where you can see all the pages and see everything that this book has to offer. They come in 4 colours. Each one is 90 days, and each one has a different set of idioms within it because each page has an idiom of the day. If you buy the 4-book bundle, then one of the books is free. At the moment, we are running just a 2-week sale on these books. We don't know if we're going to release them again, so do hurry if you want to get your hands on them. Right, that's it for today's lesson. I really hope these tips have helped you. Don't forget to check out italki. You can click on the link in the description box down below to claim your 140 italki credits. That is in celebration of their 14th anniversary. I cannot believe that 2007 was 14 years ago. Oh my word. Don't forget to connect with me on all of my social media. I've got my Instagram and I've got my website, englishwithlucy.co.uk, where I've got a really cool pronunciation tool that you can use to hear how different phonemes are pronounced, and you can hear me saying those phonemes and words that contain those phonemes. E, no, air. It's very cool if I do say so myself. You can also check out my vlogging channel where I document my life here in the English countryside, and every single vlog is fully subtitled, so you can use it for listening and vocabulary practice. I will see you soon for another lesson. Mwah! My first tip is to create a realistic schedule. Oops, I mispronounced schedule. Who am I?
Schedule.
This doesn't need to be boring, just scheduling in a movie or a film. That's the same thing.